Folks, and welcome to the day trading, swing trading market wrap for InTheMoneyStocks.com for July 9th, 2007. All right, what we're going to talk a little bit about today is the market in general and how it kind of moved up on light volume today. And again, we kind of had a hangover today from Friday and Thursday and Tuesday and last week. And what you guys will notice is that happens often. Whenever you have a holiday week where everyone's kind of on vacation, the volume in the market's lethargic, what you end up having is usually the following Monday you see light volume again. And if we could just go back, I know a bunch of you guys were missing the videos last week. Oh, where are the videos? What's going on with the videos? Well, we're back today with videos, and we'll probably be having videos every day from now on. Again, when we have a holiday week and there's such light volume in the market and we don't do really money trades, there's really no reason. What are we going to report? Yeah, light volume today. This happened, done. So we really like to do these videos when we have a lot to talk about. We can talk about market internals, market technicals, our day trades. We had a lot of day trades, so forth. So that's when we really do the videos. And now that we're getting back past this holiday, we'll be back on track to do videos almost every day. All right, folks? So let's talk. What you're looking at here is the NASDAQ composite chart. And you can see this is the daily. And again, we've been in an uptrend. It's been unbelievable of late. Just constantly, moving higher. Every time it looks like we're going to fall and correct, the market just comes back up. And that's exactly what happened last week. So those of you guys that watched the videos last week or pay attention to the InTheMoneyStocks.com daily market report, you guys know this is exactly what we expected last week. We talked about light volume, and in light volume, when you're in an uptrending market, generally they will just push the market up on light volume. And that's exactly what happened last week. We actually went up quite a bit. The Dow and the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ's been making new 52-week highs. The Dow's just about at a new high now, and it's just been unbelievable, to be honest. But what we don't like here, and what we need everyone to be aware of, is that you push the market like up this on light volume, and you see this move up on light volume, and you have negative divergences starting to show up on the daily and the weekly charts, and even the monthly charts. It begins to get worrisome for us who watch technicals, all right? And we begin to question, should the market be up here? And what we also think is that every time we corrected or started to correct in the few, and I'm going to switch to the intraday chart here so you can see, but let me continue this. Every time we started to correct over the last few weeks or months, everyone was like, oh, this is it. This is the correction. Everyone started to freak out. Oh, here we go, correcting. Well, guess what, guys? It didn't happen, and now what we're seeing is now the market's back to near its highs, and everyone's just kind of like lethargic, and everyone's like, okay, well, here we are. No one's calling for a correction anymore. And again, as a contrarian player, based off technicals and being contrarian, again, what contrarian means is you go against what everyone else is thinking, because that's usually what happens with the market. We begin to get worried here. So I want everyone to be aware here that we're getting very cautious here, all right? We think that there could be a possible move down, a substantial move down over the next week or two, okay? It's too hard to call an exact day for this, but the technicals are showing that the market needs to come down here, and it's very possible that going into earnings season, it could be a catalyst, all right? We also have the 10-year yields. Keep in mind, we have the 10-year yields back to 520 now after a consolidation period. We expect to move higher after a little more consolidating around this area. Oil's up at 72. Today was the first drop in 7 days. Keep that in mind. We're up at $72 to $73 a barrel, and the market's still been screaming up. In addition, it's looking like the housing problems are just starting. So my point is this, guys, is that common sense eventually prevails. All right, earnings are only expected to be 4%, and everyone obviously is at 4% growth. Excuse me, but everyone is already factoring in 8% at least. So these companies really. I think that's why I'll show you guys Alcoa in a minute. But that's why Alcoa is trading down after just meeting earnings, is because everyone expects more. All right, so what I'm trying to say here is, guys, the technicals are aligning for certain things that we are a little bearish, I must admit here. All right, and we're taking very small positions. We're actually hedging ourselves in some swing trades, and those of you guys that want in on this need to really sign up for the swing trade alerts to get those. But what we're looking for here is a pullback, could be a substantial pullback in the markets when people are not expecting it, and that's when it happens, obviously. So you're hearing it here first. If something happens over the next week or two, just keep in mind you heard it here first. All right, folks. Again, NASDAQ chart, very light volume today. Again, this is the hangover effect from last week. Tomorrow we should get some more action in the markets. In addition, we have Bernanke speaking tomorrow at 1, I believe. He might affect the market a little bit if he says anything dramatic. But this is the chart, all right? Intraday we sold off here and just kind of lollygagged our way up. The rest of the day we sold off a little into the close, and then Alcoa came out with earnings after the bell and just met. All right, so let's take a look at that chart here. All right. Here's my level 2. You guys can all see. Alcoa closed at 42.36, up to 70 cents. And now look at the last trade right down here, 41.76. So 42. So you're talking about a 50-cent drop, 60-cent drop in here on earnings after they met expectations. All right, folks. So that's key. All right, they met expectations. They're selling off. So what this is showing us is that these companies are going to have to beat expectations to move up anymore. All right. So making it is not just going to do it for this market right now. We need to beat. We cannot just have a meeting of expectations. So keep that in mind going ahead, guys. All right. Keep that in mind. All right, folks. Now we're going to move on to some of our day trades today. We talked a little bit about the markets. We told you what we expect, and we're going to go into it. I'm going to show you my P&L box from today. It was a pretty slow day just because of Lifeline. We did have 2 different stocks we were playing. All right, we closed out $663.71 in profit today. We played the NOVC once, the FSLR 3 times, okay? 1 time for a flat trade, meaning no profit, no loss. 2 times for profit. Believe it or not, all 3 times were on the short side, but the stock was up $23. All right, so that's us reading the technicals and the charts and knowing how to play it in the day trading chat room, and us being able to say, okay, now it's going to have a quick fall. Let's catch this. All right. All right. So let's look at that chart. Let's look at the NOVC. We'll look at first. All right, folks. If those of you guys that were in the free Sunday night market chat last night, which is free by the way, and you can go to our website inthemoneystocks.com and participate next. It's every Sunday night from 7:45 to 8:45. I talked about this. I strictly typed in the chat room, watch this play tomorrow. We're going to catch it. I think it's going to go. And guess what? It went. And we only had about 790 shares, and we still closed out $261, almost $262 on that play. We just caught it on this move up. Look at this dramatic move up, all right? We didn't even sell it up here, all right? We were holding it for a little higher, and it didn't work out, so we ended up taking a smaller profit than we would have liked. But either way, it's a good profit, guys. $261, can't go wrong. Okay, so again, we got out of that right on this candle, and we let it go the rest of the day. No play there. Once the move's done, it's done, folks. We move out. We wait for the next one. However, FSLR had moves all day because it was up huge. All right, you're talking about a stock that was already bloated, and now it's up another $23 today. All right, this is unbelievable, and I'm not suggesting go into short yet. This is going to be a short at some point, especially if this market corrects. This stock will come back to $90. However, you got to wait for this move. All right, everyone's excited because they got a deal today. All right, for some solar panel crap or something like that. All right, it's a good deal for the company, but the stock is already priced to perfection, in my opinion. There are going to be more solar companies coming into play right now, and that's going to basically kick the margins down, cause profits to drop, etc. And you guys know what's going to happen. Earnings go down, the stock will drop. All right, but again, this stock will probably see 130. All right, no reason why it won't see 125, 130 if the market stays strong here. All right, right now it's running a momentum and panic and short squeeze. All right. As long as that stays pat, it's going to rock. So anyways, we closed out a little over $400 on 3 short plays today. 1 was flat, 2 for profit. And you can't go wrong. You see, you get moves like this in a stock like this. We were only playing 100 shares. So I want you guys to all realize that if you're in the day trading chat room, I don't do big sizes. I do what everyone else could do if they had a little bit of money. All right. So if you can do 100 shares of a $100 stock, you can make $400 as I did today. It's just knowing where to pick your spots. The moves are $2 up and down in a small amount of time. So you're just looking for the right entries, scalping it appropriately. And again, I'm telling everyone in the chat room what I'm doing, so that allows them to do it. All right, folks, so that's the move on that. Look at this daily, all right? You had already a move up like this and then a spike up like this. Whenever a stock gets this far away from the 20 moving average, remember that 20 moving average works like a magnet, and it will eventually pull it back. So the key here is, again, guys, is that eventually, while this could go up to 130, eventually this will come in as it's just getting too bloated. And again, the squeeze today was the stock opened at $105, and it squeezed to almost 120. It went to 119.85 today as a play. And whenever that happens, you're getting a squeeze. All right, there were tons of people short here already. We were not, because we don't like to stay short a play like this when the market's strong. However, if you paid attention to the hot sector report a couple weeks ago, we highlighted this stock for a possible one last move up and then a short. And this could be setting up for that last move up, and then we'll look for it as a short, as a swing trade. But again, the entry price, if you want what we're going to do, you got to subscribe to those swing trade alerts. All right, folks, other than that, that's about it. We're still holding QID, which is our hedge position. It's a short 2 times the NASDAQ, and this is our hedge position, and we're holding the blue as a swing trade long position, okay? That's the only reason we had any down part in the market is I'll show the P&L. You guys can see down 285 here on our swing trade. Other than that, we would have been up 600 and change. We're up very nice for the day. And again, guys, watch for a possible sell-off in this market. Be very careful on your positions here, all right? It's not a bad thing to be a little conservative in a market that's up this much and where everyone's getting very relaxed. Have a wonderful day, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow.